People say, hey, James, take a look at my portfolio. I'm like, okay, here's my standard answer. My opinion of your portfolio doesn't matter. What matters is how your work makes you feel.
When do we know when it's time to say, maybe that was a hobby and not something that could make into a career?
Never.
Or do we go to the grave, pushing and persevering, but never achieving any kind of real success?
If you do that alone and don't share and don't talk to people and don't ask the right questions, then yeah, you'll go to the grave, pissed off. But never stop. Because I've seen so many people, I follow so many people on Instagram and in different ways, and they're vocal to me, so I look at their work. Some of these people, I'm like, ooh, there's this one gal, she paints flowers, and I'm like, ooh, damn, like, oh, what do I tell this woman? I'm like, awesome, keep going. And you know what? Dollars to donuts. When I see these people later on, I'm like, fuck, she's doing the work. She's doing the work. It's getting better. Even if you think your work is bad, keep going, because eventually it's going to get good. We're terrible judges. I'm a terrible judge of my own beauty, my own strength, the quality of my work, the power of my words. I'm a terrible judge, but I just keep going. And I talk to people. I ask for what I want. We just keep seeking mentors and keep asking questions and keep talking to people. If you work in a closet and you just keep stacking paintings up, you're expecting dealers and buyers to come to your house.
When you saw this person's work, this woman who draws flowers, and you're like, ooh, that wasn't like, ooh, like that was amazing. I was like, ooh, this is not very good.
Yeah.
And there's the part of you who says in your brain, like, this is terrible. Oh my gosh, where's this gonna go? And then there's the part of you saying, you know what, keep going. I don't know how to reconcile that in myself. I have to be honest with you. And I have to ask you this question too. I know you taught for 20 plus years at the School of Visual Arts. Your students would bring in work and it was like, ooh, this is not very good. Were you like, all right, keep going? Or would you say like, this is uninspired work. It feels derivative, or it's like, I think you need to put more time and love into this because I'm not seeing it here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said about talk to other people. Get direction. Once I have a foothold, besides something to say, ugh, that's terrible. Even if it doesn't speak to me, that's not important. Well, I'm a terrible judge of other people's work too. People say, hey, James, take a look at my portfolio. I'm like, okay, here's my standard answer. My opinion of your portfolio doesn't matter. What matters is how your work makes you feel, how consistent, how much practice you put in. And what matters is how good you are at getting it out the door. There's work out there that I think is terrible, but it's successful, so who am I? But what I can say to someone who's drawing flowers and I think, okay, is at some point I can start adding some quality criticism. Most people know how to put ink on paper, but they don't know what to do after that. Like, how do I get rid of this? How do I commercialize this? That's a big question. And that's a very individual question too.